And welcome back. Conversation is Ventilation. I am your host, the Shimmick, and once again, we are in Spare Bedroom Studios. Well, today is an episode I never wanted to record. I still don't want to record it, and to be honest, I might just throw this away in the garbage. This one's for Dusty Cheatham. This episode, this conversation, this blabbering of my fat head, this is for you, Chief Cheatham. Almost exactly a week from this recording, we lost Chief Cheatham, a 25-plus year veteran of the Decatur Fire Department, to suicide. And even saying that out loud, I'm conflicted for multiple reasons. Number one, well, first let's raise a glass. Okay, my brain is everywhere. Forgive me. I think everyone who's close to Decatur and in the surrounding areas is probably feeling the same way. So let's raise a glass. This is some coconut water. This is for you, Dusty Cheatham. This is for Alicia and the daughters. This is for Decatur Fire. This is for everyone around us. This is for Northern Alabama. This is for first responders everywhere. This is for anyone who's ever been affected by suicide. We're also going to leave his photo up. It's either over here or over here. We're going to leave it up the whole episode. So if you're on YouTube, several years ago, I took some headshots of the department trying to get caught back up on the personnel and who we have and who we don't have, right? Photos. You don't appreciate a photo until 20 years later. So here's a nice photo of Dusty. It's going to stay up the whole time. And because that's what we're here to talk about, that's what I'm here to yap about. I'm conflicted. I'm conflicted because the whole week I wanted to immediately jump on here and just start swearing and be pissed off. I think that's safe to say that everyone has that at some point. I'm stuck in that situation right now. I'm angry. I'm so angry. I'm pretty sure there's got to be a term for it. If you know what it is, put it in the comments, where when you get so angry, you become calm. I'm calm. I'm so mad, I'm calm. So we were sitting around the dinner table last week on shift. Group text went out, had an emergency. We're worried about Chief Cheatham. And I quickly, once it was confirmed and what had happened, I had a moment, cried for 15, 20 seconds hard. And then I immediately went to angry. He was my lieutenant for a few years back in the day, old Station 4. A lot of people have been telling some stories about basketball when he enjoyed playing basketball, and we did that a lot on shift together. And I made the joke yesterday in our group meeting. We had some outside sources come into the city and lead kind of a peer support group. And I remember that I used to think of him as the Northern Alabama Larry Bird. He was the Larry Bird of Northern Alabama. He was all elbows in the paint because, boy, he'd get that ball, rebound, and those elbows would be up, and it's coming. Either the left or it's coming. Left or right is coming. It's going to hit you. He was fierce. It was fun. It was back in the day when, used to get hurt during PT playing basketball. They had to shut basketball down eventually because I think a few people broke their ankles, bloody nose once in a while, and maybe a little scuffle, a little pushing and shoving, maybe your mama's so fat jokes, just typical stuff. So we had a meeting, and we realized, a lot of us realized we're angry. And I don't know what to do. I'm not a professional. And even when the professionals speak up and, it still doesn't feel, doesn't feel like an answer. I don't think there is an answer. I think if someone comes up to me and says they have the answer, I'm pretty sure they're full of shit. And it's weird when it happens in your backyard. We hear about line of duty deaths. We hear about first responder suicides. It's one of the reasons why we're here talking. We're trying to spread awareness. And It's different when it's somebody else in a different city, in a different department. I'm not saying it doesn't mean as much, but it's just different. But when it happens in your department, it hits hard. It hits everyone. And it's hard to ignore that it happened. It's for the rest of our lives and the rest of this department, it will have an asterisk. Asterisks, whatever. Okay? That happened. And I don't know what to do with it. I've yet to meet anybody who does. So I think we're just in pain. As a city, as a department, Dusty's family, I think we're all just in pain. And I didn't want to make this video, and I still don't, but I think it just needs to be put out there, and I think we need to continue having the conversation. I intend probably to never stop talking about it. It's too personal. It's too close. It's just an example on why we need to fix the system. We need to fix the problem. One of the conversations we had yesterday coming up, we were talking about when we bring in the new recruits. Okay. And I've already spoken to our very first recruit class that has come through while the CIV was in progress. And one of the things we talked about and was brought up is that we have to create a better recruit, because then recruits move through the system, move through their years, and because we've been doing it wrong. We used the reference yesterday of building a house. Someone made the reference, if you build a house upside down, you're going to spend your whole career shoring it up, propping it up. Because if you start off on the peak of the roof and it's built the wrong way, you spend your whole time propping it up, jimmying it, trying to keep it from falling over, to keep it standing. We're not building a proper foundation. We're not starting off on the right foot. We're realizing that all these guys that are getting 25, 30 years, 20 years, when they get in, they're getting farther into their careers, we're realizing their houses are a mess. They're falling down. They're not built properly because we didn't create a proper foundation. And I think that's some of the new fire. It's some new words to put to all of this is like, we got to start at the beginning. We got to build a solid foundation and then build upon that. And the only way right now I can see it working is by veteran people, veteran guys and girls and first responders to stand up and go, here's what is broken. Here's what I think we should do about it to fix it. We can always pivot. We can always change our minds. We can always change how we're doing things, but at least we're moving towards a better house, a better first responder. The fact that Dusty got to this point and that we lost Dusty to this is just another example on why we need to be here having this conversation. But we're just angry. It's been a week, and I'm conflicted on whether this should even be out there, which means it should. Okay. It's a hard thing to think about, and it's a hard thing to talk about without getting angry. And it leaves so many questions that there's nobody answering some of these questions that, some of the guys that we're bringing up. And it's hard. Did we fail you? Did the city fail you? Did we as brothers fail you? Did his family fail? Did the chief fail? Did anybody see this coming? Is there anything we could have done? There's a lot of these questions that are never going to really get answers. And that's very frustrating, and it's pissed me off. And I think it's pissed a lot of you off too. So I knew this was going to be a rant. Like everything else in my life, I have no idea where it's going, but it feels good. So, Dusty, I miss you. I feel I feel like we let you down. So I feel like everyone might be feeling that too. I know it's not my fault, but it's hard to sit here and act like some of the blame, I don't know, should I have called you more? Should you, I don't know, there's a little bit of guilt. And I think that's natural. And I'm sure somebody out there with a degree is going to tell you it's not your fault. You shouldn't feel guilty. They're full of shit. Some psychologist is going to sit there and say you shouldn't feel bad. They're full of shit. Okay. When you get into this line of work and you have a bond with these people and you go into these dangerous situations at times, you count on each other, you're a family. I think we're failing a little bit. We got to do a better job of being closer to each other, maybe, tighten up the brotherhood a little bit. Okay. But when something like this happens, you realize that there is a brotherhood and it hurts. And that's why it hurts so much. And so it just needs to be talked about. We need to have conversations about it. I don't know what else to do. I feel sorry for everyone. I feel, like I said, the city, Alicia and the girls, everyone in the fire department, Decatur, Northern Alabama, everything. I feel bad. I feel bad for every department, everyone who's ever been through this. I feel sorry for you. I wish we could talk. Come and talk. Leave a message. I don't know. Let's talk about it. That's all I really know what to do, and that's my only goal. I think we're going to be in the awareness phase of CIV for the next 25 years, and then I'm going to get buried in an avalanche at the age of 80 in the back country of some mountain, and it'll all be over. And then you'll just have these videos. But for the next 25 years, I think we're in the awareness phase. We're just going to talk about it. It doesn't have to make sense. It's unedited, unscripted. These are conversations. We have I have some more people lined up. We're gonna get back on track. Okay. But that's what's been going on in Decatur. And we're hurting. The city's hurting. Everyone is hurting. Okay. So stay safe. Stay together. I love each and every one of you. If you need something, holler. Lean on each other. Okay. Blue shirts get blue shirts. Let's have a conversation. All right. Till next time. You know what? Fuck it. One last for Dusty. He was a great man. Hell of a basketball player. And he'll be loved and he'll be remembered for as long as I'm alive and can continue talking about it. All right. Love you, Dusty.